I bet as a digital fashion artist, one issue that everyone's absolutely face is how to take our CLO3D garment into Substance Painter and give it a more realistic material to it. Well, I'm here to guide you through your journey, and in this tutorial, like before tutorial is absolutely beginner and you can do whatever your mind guides you to. Don't get a bad time to understand what I'm saying. So follow along and I will help you how to give material to whatever garment you want to. So first thing first, I made this in CLO3D and here is the link if you curious to see how I did that. But before that, let me explain something for you. So these are the materials, these are the fabrics we want to take to Substance Painter. And in order to do so, first, before do anything, you need to focus on how you want to give it a texture. For example, if you want your garment to have two different texture, two different fabric, you need to give it right now. For example, if you want to have a different materials to the cups, so you need to select the cups and then assign it to a fabric. Or maybe if you want to give another texture to these, you also need to give it a texture, give it to another fabric and assign it to different sort of fabric. But for now, I won't go any further. I want to give them all in a one texture. However, there are many different tricks you can do to get your garment whatever you want, and there are masking and etc. So I click and select all and set them to one fabric, and it's very important to delete the rest of the fabric that we don't want. Now after fabric issue, we are going to UV. We need to set the UV to matches our need, and that one is to have all the UV in one cluster or more. We want it to be organized. And for you guys who don't know what is UV, I want to describe UV. I can say this is a layer covered all over your garment, and it caused to stick all the material or the texture we give it to the garment. So without having a good UV, without having a sticky cover, we cannot do that. And our texture process wouldn't be that easy as you think. So let's go jump into the UV editor under the simulation, and right here we have our garments. So one each of these square, we call it cluster, and it doesn't matter how many cluster we want to make, but it is important to put all of them very organized. For example, this one, these fabrics over here, they cannot be just here. They have to be in one, in this one, or in this one. We cannot pass through the lines over here, especially if there was a very minor one. It still gives us a bad time, hard time to do so. And we don't want any pattern to overlap another pattern. So be careful, bear that in mind that all the patterns should have a minimum space between them. If you have a pattern that is like this, you cannot rotate it like this because the setting of texture would be very different from the rest. I very recommend that to do it manually. It also has a feature which can put all the texture, all the fabric in a one cluster. That won't do. I'm to select them, bring it here, scale it up if you have a place enough in your cluster. This one right here is the trim that we just added from CLO3D library, and they're always stand right here. If you have any object, any OBJ, any trim like ribbon, like button like top stitches, they stand exactly right here, and we want them to be in the cluster. And let me see how many are there. Yes, it's only 3. Go to the file and export it as an OBJ, save. And I don't want the avatar, but I want the pattern, I want the graphics and trims. I want it as a single object, I want it quick with unified UV. This is very, very important, centimeters, and that's it. Okay, let's jump into the Substance Painter. And the easiest way is that just grab it and drop it right in the Substance Painter. And then you want to check if the resolution is the same as the CLO3D. So ours was 2048, and this is good. PPR metallic roughness alpha, and that's it, I guess. Okay. On the right hand side, you can see texture setting, and if you hover down a little bit, you can see big mesh maps, and we want to hit big selected textures. Based on your computer, it takes time. Okay, now it's off, and we want to return to painting mode. I downloaded a texture which I want to import into the Substance Painter, and this is as easy as drag and drop it into the Substance Painter, and then set this to texture and import. It's already here. We need to hit the add fill layer, we need to go to the properties fill, but because we want our workflow make it more easier, let's just fix it in a place. Yes, it's now there. And this is our base color, right? So I will drag and drop it into the base color. And here we go. Let's jump into the tiling to scale it down or up. I think this is good for me. You can also rotate it if you wish. When you want to make a texture, it's not only about the base color. We need also other maps called normal map and height map. I found this website online which you can upload your texture and you can get your normal map and etc. So I'm going to have batch mode and select your texture, hit open, and this is what you have. You can set your strength level as you wish or make it slower. And then we want to hit download all. So there, all of our maps are here. We need to go again to the Substance Painter and open up our files. This is my normal map. I want to drag and drop it here and set this to texture again and hit import. So it's right here. You just need to drag and drop it into the normals, and now you can see how more realistic it looks like. I don't want my garment to have only one fabric, so let's go to the layers and right click black mask and right click add a paint. What black mask does, as I told you before, it shows up the places that you only paint. So right now, if I say right, this is our paint, and in the properties paint, you can see I found my brush over here into the and set it to the alpha. You can also do and use your paint over here. You can use whatever you want, and then let's go and just focus on something that we want to show. So for us, it's the cup. And the other thing, don't forget to set the alignment to UV. If by any chances you don't like the size of the fabric over here, you can get back to the layer and hit the base color and go to the properties field, and here these are the tiles you can change. Then we want to paint the rest of the garments, and for that let's go and choose another fabric, which is in my case is this fabric cotton jersey. I just drag and drop it over here, and it's already covered this part, which we don't like at all. We can go again, right click, but this time we want to have white ones, and right click, add a paint, and in properties setting, it's alpha. Again, the alpha is set to our previous brush. If you wish to change it, you can do so here, but I'm going and take this off. So as soon as you start brushing it, you can see our previous patterns pops out. And now I want to show you another way. I made a mistake here, right? This is not I need to do. So I get back, while I'm in the right layer, I get back to the eraser and come and erase this. Main material, I'll set the fabric color to something else. And I also want tiles to be a little bit smaller. This is good. And now we need to add the trims. So we go back to the layers and then hit add layer in paint, and then go to the properties paint. Alpha shapes should be deleted, and we shouldn't also have anything extensive. So I go back and search for stitches. So these are the stitches we already have. This one's good. And set it to UV. It's very important. If you want to already change the color of the stitches, you need to do so very now at the beginning, and then set the size. Size is 2. Let me just see if it's good or not. And I'm very comfortable if I do it in 2D window. Just grab where I want to start, click, hold shift, and then click. The size seems very nice, very suitable. Let me just find it over here. Let's see. Let's start doing it. Continue, click, hold shift, click, hold shift, click, hold shift, click, and this is between. Now with the same thing, I need to go and change color to white, and then start going over all these. Now look at this, such a beauty. It pops out, right? For the cup, for the trim over the cup, we need to go and add another layer. Stitches over cup. Over properties editor, be careful that we want to have alpha removed and also nothing into the grayscale. Search for stitches. I want to go with this stitch, and also we set the size. The alignment should set to UV. Now let's try if we like. Oh, I forgot to set the color. Something like this. And now let's try if the size is right or not. Click, hold shift, click, hold shift, click, hold shift. This is it. This is what we have. and it's super cute. Do the same thing to here. Now we want to do the same thing to the strange folder here. You can also do it on your 3D window. It's very easy, just click, hold shift. Okay, we did this very wrong, so let's go and grab the eraser and just erase it. I really, really, really love it. And now I guess it's time to go and grab a material only for the ribbons. And let's drag and drop this one on the ribbon, and then go and change the color to a little bit of whitish. Also want to hit the roughness. Now it's time to export this. You can use this texture in CLO3D after you export it, or you can use it in Blender. So before that, for export everything, let's go and hit the file and hit export textures. For the export textures, these are our texture. These ones that doesn't have any name are our trims. And this is the output directory where we want to have the export here. And we don't want to touch these things, go to output templates. If you want to use this in any specific 3D app, like Blender, like Unity, like Unreal, they have their own presets here. You just need to set it. For example, if you want to check this, take this to Unreal Engine, this is where you need to click. Because I'm looking for Blender, I'm starting to click here. And in case if you have any alpha material here, it's very important to also click here to give you the alpha map. But I myself don't have any, so that's okay to just delete this. And let's go to list of export, and then we need to hit export. And that's it. If you go to check your folder, you can see all the textures are there, and you can set it into the Blender. If you don't know how to set those things in Blender, you can check my video on importing Substance to Blender. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and like. See you in the next one.